guys, and welcome back to my channel. So today's video, as you can see in the title, we are reviewing the Morphe X Nikita palette. Yes we are, yes we are, yes we are. Yes, we are reviewing the problematic queen herself and Morphe's palette. Also the brushes, so don't think I forgot, we're doing the brushes as well. If you guys want to see how I review this palette, please keep on watching. I am being brutally honest and it's kind of all over the place, but I hope you guys enjoy the video. And hello guys, and welcome back to the channel. As you saw in the intro or heard, whichever one, because I know a lot of y'all love closed captions, we are reviewing the Morphe X Nikita Dragun collection. I have a lot to say. I've been watching a lot of reviews. Now this came out like 1 or 2 months ago. There was also a leak and all this drama. So I kind of just am late to the party. What's new? I'm late to YouTube as well. But if you haven't, go watch my previous YouTube video. It is me reviewing kimchi. And I'm super excited for you guys to see that one. If you haven't already, you need to get your butt over there because it took me a while to film that. And I worked really hard on it. So go watch it, please. But if you want to see me do a look with this palette, keep on watching. Also, use GlamFam452 for $5 off your purchase, $10 or more. So to just jump in this video, I kind of want to just focus on the eyes because we are here for the palette. In the previous video, we focused on the face. So I'm going to go ahead and jump in the video with my base done and we are going to just focus on the palette. So give me just a second. Alright guys, so I am back with my base done. It does pick up a little bit more white or a little bit more lighter than it is in person. I don't know if that's me or that's like the viewfinder. However, I'm back with my base and now it's time to review the palette. So this is the palette. Like I said, the design is sick. Nikita knows how to have a vision and bring it to life. I believe she probably came up with this design. It's very her. It looks like it came directly from her brand, but I'm surprised Morphe even reached out this far to like this type of design because they've never really had a full front cover of a different artist. So that's kind of different and I like it. It's very cool. It's very pleasing to look at. And then we have the inside. Now, I'm not going to be the one to kiss her butt and say this is the baddest palette I've ever seen. It is not. As you can see, the top 2 rows we get in every single Morphe palette. Change it up, Morphe. Change it up. Change it up, okay? And then the middle row, it's okay. I think the only hype about this palette was her Metamorphosis shadow, which is the direct center one. That is the only thing that caught the traction for this palette. There was just nothing else screaming for me to get it. Like, it's just not one of those pleasing palettes that I see for myself getting. So that's just my take. I know there's a lot of people out there who appreciate palettes like this, but it just doesn't scream Nikita. Nikita doesn't wear crazy shadows like this. I've only seen her wear these type of shadows when it was her cover photos for this campaign. The glitter one is catching my eye, I'm not gonna lie. It's picking up green, which is awfully odd because it's actually like it's blue, purples, pinks, and green, but it picks up green directly on the palette. So that is kind of cool. You get kind of like a little curious shade up in there. And that one's called like the Matrix. Yeah, there's just, it's kind of boring. It's just not it for me. But I know a lot of people like these colors and they don't get them often in the same palette. So I'll give it to them for that. So let's go ahead and prime the eyes. We're gonna use, let's use a good concealer that I trust. We'll use the e.l.f. hydrating concealer because this one doesn't dry out on my eyes and it gives me that pretty finish that I like. Handy dandy kimchi palette, or kimchi mirror, sorry. I am out of it today. And we're just gonna apply this all over the eye. Alright guys, I brought you in a little bit closer, a little bit more higher. So I'm looking up versus looking down. And I'm just gonna blend out this concealer. I wanted to bring you guys close in because I really want you guys to see the payoff and how pigmented the palette is. I really want to give you guys a full experience. And I'm going to bring that shadow out because I just don't want to risk not having enough concealer to blend out. And it gets patchy at the end. Is that like clear enough for you guys? So I'm going to go ahead and go in with, ABG. And I'm just going to tap that. Oop, where's that payoff, girl? You got to stack this stuff on? Okay. Well, off the bat, you have to grab a good enough amount if you want any payoff. And like I said, this is ABG. And I'm really just going to focus this like in the main areas. So I'm just going to really pack this on so I know I'm getting the pigmentation that I want. Because what I'm seeing right now is while I'm doing this is that I'm seeing a lot of it just getting patchy and it disappears, which often happens with purple shades. So I'm going to be very lenient with that type of judgment. And before I get too hefty, as you can see, it's already getting a little bit crazy. I'm going to go in with the N5 now, which is a bigger, fluffy brush to use. And I'm going to go in with Sakura. I think that's what it is. It's like this baby pink. And we're just going to blend the edges. And I'm just going to deepen that up with the N6. And I'm going to go in with Mama Dragon, which is a very deep plum purple. And I'm going to use a different brush because these suck. No tea, no shade. So I'm going to go in with a different brush. And this is just like a different Morphe brush. It doesn't have a number on it, but it looks like that. And I'm just going to go in with Mama Dragon, which is a plummy purple. And I'm just going to take that more into the crease and darken out my outer eye. That's that really pretty blend. That's going to look really pretty when you deepen it. That's looking really pretty, guys. Like, the amount of contrast that I've built up in my eye just by using the littlest shade. I'm only dipping twice into the palette as well, just to give you guys an idea of how many times I'm dipping while I'm getting more product. But the product seems to spread evenly where you don't have to grab more, and it still keeps its actual shade. So I love how it's turning out. Before we go any higher with that shade, I'm going to go back with ABG. And then after ABG, we're going to go in with Sakura. No, it's Sakura. I'm being dramatic. Let me stop. I'm going to dip into both of them at the same time just so I can get that pretty blend. Alright guys, we are now cutting the crease. I need to fix my brush because I feel like it's a bit too wide for what I'm trying to do right now. I really need to fix that shape. So I need it to be as flat as I can be, but it wasn't. And now we're going to grab some product and actually do my cut crease. I'm going to come in a little bit more closer and I'm going to just cut at an angle. Alright guys, and once you cut your cut crease, you always want to blend out the edges so you don't get any creases. And what I do is I take the fluffiest brush possible and I mainly just apply it to the outer corner. And a trick that I've learned in the past couple weeks is using a mattifying concealer. And the reason why you want to use a mattifying concealer is because you're most likely going to have creases if you're using a hydrating concealer. Versus a mattifying concealer, it's going to dry down, giving you enough time to apply the eyeshadows that need to be applied. And then once it dries down, you can apply any type of shadow on top of it without it meshing together or creating like an unbalanced base. On top of that concealer, now that it is dry, and I'm going to use a specific type of brush because I don't think I can use my fingers. I'm going to try to use my fingers so I can show you guys the payoff when you use fingers. I'm kind of scared. Oh man. Oh my gosh, that's really pretty. It's going to be a hell trying to take this off. But I feel like it probably would apply better with a brush because you're getting a more applicated precision versus using your finger that's going to get it all over your eye. Alright guys, so my camera overheated while I was trying to explain this eye, and I don't know how I'm feeling about it. It is very, very tough to work with. I mainly just say it's the color scheme. It's all the purples that we're trying to blend together. So I'm going to try to take a Zakura and just blend out that top area just to give it more of an effortless touch. So the palette's great for what it does, you need it to do. So I'm going to go ahead and do the other eye off camera, and I'm going to finally give you my thoughts. It's been a long process. I'm trying to see what I like and don't like. I'm also going to pop on my lashes, put on a cute lip, and see how we feel in the end about this palette. Alright guys, I know I look like a raccoon. I try to make it as pretty as possible. I feel like it looks prettier on... Duh. It looks prettier in person than it is on camera because I look like a little raccoon. But it is coming through. I think the lips are really what's going to make it pop off a little bit more. But in the PR package, it wasn't really the PR. I only got some of the stuff. But I got her liquid lipsticks. I also have another one, but it's hot pink and I didn't really want to use that. But I'm going to use and I'm gonna use this on my lips. So for my lips, I'm using the Alamar Cosmetics lip liner in Coquita, and I'm just gonna line my baby lips. And then to really just like bring down that crazy color, I go in with the MAC Whirl lip liner. So then to go on top of that, we are going in with the Carly Bible El Maquillage Collection lipstick. And I don't even know if they're bringing these back, but this one's in the shade Libra. It's a really pretty nude. It really calms the outer craziness that we have on our lips. And then once we're done with that, then I go on top with Nikita's Lippy, because this just really does it for me. Alright guys, so my final thoughts on the palette and all of the brushes. I don't know if I recommend it for you guys. I don't. I can't really say that I'm proud of the palette and it's really worth the money, but for you guys to play with, I 100% recommend the palette and the brushes. If you're a beginner, they're really easy to play with, really fun and reusable, so definitely check it out if you are like a beginner. But if you are not a beginner, I would not add this to your collection. You don't need it, sis. Like, you can pass on with something else. But yeah, guys, I hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial. If it was all over the place, I'm so sorry. I'm still trying to get the vibe of my new little area, filming, the lighting, everything. So this video could be a mess, but I did try to film the best video for you guys. So please give it a thumbs up, this video. Please subscribe. Do not feel obligated to. I don't want you to feel that way. If you want to subscribe to be in the family, please do. I love every single one of you. Thank you so much for watching, and I cannot wait to make more videos. Bye, guys.